The pitching for the Giants has been nothing short of spectacular. And in the field, their defense performs at a Gold Glove level. The only thing lacking so far has been the offense. But with last night's outburst, the Giants might be on their way to putting it all together. They go for the sweep of the Padres next. Day baseball here at AT&T Park as we get ready for Giants baseball. This is the final game of this three-game series, Giants and Padres. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Giants have won 12 of 13. So in that stretch, we've seen great starting pitching, great defense. The hitting, hopefully that's going to come around. I'll let you pick what you want to talk about of those three.
Well, let's talk about all of them. And you look at today's lineup, and no Hunter Pence, there's no Denard Span, there's no Buster Posey, and there's a lot of guys who are getting a day off into tomorrow's day off to rest up for the 10-game road trip that's coming up. Bottom line is, if you win this game, it's like winning a playoff game. Your whole clubhouse lightens up, and I think they have an opportunity to do that. And in order to do it, they have to have all three: good pitching, good defense, and they got to get the timely hit.
And a win and a sweep before a day off is always something that's really special. All right, should be a good one here at AT&T Park. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our CSN Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Taste the Baconlicious Sourdough Bacon Ranch Combo only at Jack in the Box. And by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places.
It's been a very good homestand. Your San Francisco Giants have a chance to make it great. They break out the brooms today and go for the sweep of the San Diego Padres in this series finale. Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm Amy Gutierrez. Dwayne Kuiper said it best last night. He said, "The shift, it giveth and it taketh away." And last night it took the Padres center fielder out of position, and Matt Duffy took advantage. It's our T-Mobile greater coverage of the game. Take a look at the gaping hole highlighted by our awesome production crew. Good work, guys. Matt Duffy saw that, saw the shift. He told me before the game, yep, it puts a lot of pressure on him to make adjustments in the box, so he actually tries to just simplify and bring things back to getting a good swing on the ball. It's exactly what he did last night. He said, you just hope that you hit it where they ain't. And of course, that single sparked a 5-run 8th inning for the Giants. Their offense has been a little bit lackluster as of late. They're hoping that it carries over into today's game, and they're able to give Jake Peavy some run support. Peavy on the hill, lineups, first pitch. You've got Dwayne Kuiper and Mike Krukow coming up after the break. Stay with us. Last night's game, the extreme shift the Padres put on him definitely forces him to make adjustments at the plate, but he also can't overthink himself, so it's best to simplify and just put a good swing on the ball and hope you hit it where it ain't. Now that double that he hit sparked a 5-run 8th inning for the Giants, whose offense has been somewhat lackluster as of late. So the team definitely hoping that those hitting ways continue into today's game, giving Jake Peavy, who's on the hill, some run support. Lineups, first pitch, Krukow and Kuiper all coming your way. Stay with us.
Game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. Yeah, get to the beach. It's open. The admission-free boardwalk is open daily starting Friday, May 27th. 60 degrees here at the park. You see winds are light, humidity at 77%, and it is overcast. All right, let's take a look at the lineup that Jake Peavy will be facing. John Jay will be in the leadoff spot, and you can see his numbers in his career against the Giants are very good. Solarte will hit second, then it's Kemp, Upton, and Brett Wallace. Derek Norris will do the catching. He'll hit sixth. Ramirez, Amarista, and Shields will be the bottom three.
On the hill today for the San Francisco Giants will be the 14-year veteran Jake Peavy. Peavy 34 years of age. He's 6'1", 180 pounds. And against these Padres, Peavy lifetime is 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA, having come up with the Padres, having won his Cy Young with the Padres. Hadn't had that many starts against his former team. And let's take a look at what he's done this year. 1-5 with an 8.21 ERA. For Peavy to be successful today, he really is going to have good command with all of his pitches. But the slider is such an essential pitch to him because it's his kill pitch. His fastball is going to be high 80, low 90s, more high 80s and low 90s. With sink and with cut. He's got a curveball slider, but the changeup slider is really his best swing and miss pitches, and he has to have snap to that slider. We'll watch his corner command early in the game. It will be very important for him to establish all of his pitches that he can get him over against these Padres in this challenge today. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Peavy today. Starting in the Giants outfield, it'll be Tomlinson getting his second start ever out in the outfield. Blanco, Parker, that's your alignment, the best arm in right field with Jarrett Parker. Crawford, Duffy on the left side of the infield. Joe Panik joined by Brandon Bell on the right side. Buster Posey getting a day off. It's going to be Trevor Brown in the squad, putting down the signs today for Peavy. Time now for our Nissan keys to the game, and we think that the Peavy slider really is a key. I mean, 2 starts ago, he had an outstanding slider through 6 innings. He allowed just 3 hits against Arizona. His last start, it didn't show up, so that'll be one key. Number 2, roll shock troops. No Hunter Pence, no Denard Span, no Buster Posey, and this is an opportunity for the guys on the bench to come out and show everybody else that they are good to go. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
So here's Jay as he steps in. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's right down the heart of the plate for a called strike. So we get started right on time. Jay hitting .267. Swing and a foul off the top of Brown's glove. Umpiring today behind the plate will be Mike Winters. Then it's Wegner, Foster, and Molinsky.
Winter's a low ball guy, but he's got a big zone early in the game. He's an old school umpire in that regard. It will tighten up as the game goes on. Not afraid to ring you up.
And that next pitch is high, 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes. Jay has only faced Peavy 4 times in his career, and he's 1 for 4. And this is lifted out of play. Giants won on Monday 1-0. And although it was a close game last night until the 8th inning, Giants won the ball game last night 8-2. On the ground, Panik from the cut of the grass, 1 out. And that's how this game gets started.
Yeah, that's a good sign too from Jake Peavy, putting the ball on the ground. Throughout his career, he's always had that ability.
Well, he had it when he threw 97, and he still got it.
And I think his delivery has everything to do with it. He's a low 3/4, high sidearm guy.
Here's Solarte hitting at .250, just back off the DL. Swinging away and lifts it out of play.
Right out of bed. Let it fly.
Getaway day, swinging away. Last day of spring training, letting it fly. Last game of the season in the minor leagues. Let it fly.
All right. This is the motion of Peavy. You take a look at that arm angle as he come through. I mean, that's a low 3/4. That's our X-Mo. It's brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
Cued foul off the end of the bat.
How about the exhibition game against your AA team where you are fined if you take a strike?
Yeah. Giants playing Santa Clara or Stanford. Swinging it, baby.
It used to happen.
I mean, there are really a lot of examples. How about the all-night bus ride from El Paso to Midland? Get off the bus, start swinging.
Just get up, start hacking.
That's it.
Don't take any strikes. How about the there's rain coming.
Let it fly. And that's foul down the right field line. Patty Kowalski dodging bullets down the right field line. Solarte, new lumber.
Patty, our ball babe, down the first base side.
Who's down the third base line?
Well, her old man, Killer Kowalski.
Ah.
There's Patty. She's no rookie. And there's the killer right there. Steve Kowalski has been to Giants fantasy camp.
Driven to right and deep. Parker going back. He will play it off the bricks. And with that nice carom right to Parker, it's a double.
Yeah, Parker played that carom like he plays right field here every day. Watch the height. It's up. Fastball right across the letters. And Solarte says, thank you very much. And this was 2 strikes. I mean, he didn't take anything out of his swing. He was trying to knock it in the McCovey Cove. That's the international sign for don't take any strikes.
Here's
it's
Kemp.
Getaway day.
Here's Kemp. Kemp had 228, 10 home runs. He's got 30 runs batted in. He's 3 for 8 in the series, and there's a strike at the knees. I'm not sure Kemp quite agreed with that.
Yeah, I don't think he's enthusiastic with that call.
Crawford's going to dig it out on one hop, and he'll throw him out.
Well, Crawford made that look easy, and it wasn't.
Well, yeah, first thing you got to do, Mike, is judge, well, is this ball hit hard or not?
Kind of a changeup. Then he has to gauge the short hop. It's right in the sweet spot of this mitt. A little low. But with his hands, there's a big sweet spot.
Here's Upton. Upton at 253. 6 home runs, 19 runs batted in. And the first pitch is high. Upton 0 for 4 on Monday. Upton 0 for 4 last night. Two balls and no strikes with Brett Wallace to follow. On the ground into left field, a base hit. Tomlinson's got it. Here's his throw. It's in the air. And they got him. Where did that come from?
Wow. Well, Tomlinson drafted as a shortstop. Always had a good arm here. He doesn't have to worry about a cutoff man. Strike to Brown. And grab some pine meat.
That wasn't close. Lineup. It'll be Blanco in the leadoff spot, followed by Panic, Duffy, and then Belt. Brandon Crawford, you see, he's got 11 RBIs against the Padres this year. Parker, Tomlinson, and Brown, and then Jake Peavy will hit ninth.
On the hill today for the Padres will be the veteran James Shields, 34 years old. He's in his 10th year at the big league level. 6'3", 215-pounder, and this is what he has done in 9 starts. 2-6 with a 3.07 ERA. He has had 0 run support. I mean, he could have easily a 6-2 record with as well as he's pitched. When he's right, you're going to see a low 90s fastball. He will sink and he will cut. A curveball, slider, and a changeup. And very good command to the knees, and you'll see him move the ball in and out consistently.
Blanco will lead it off. No Denard Span today. No Hunter Pence. Pagan on the DL. So an outfield that is coming off the bench. And a first pitch strike to Blanco. 235. Blanco 0 for 1 with 3 walks on Monday.
Just a bit low with the changeup. Yes. Shields 2-3 with a 2.56 lifetime against the Giants, and this year 0-2 with a 1.98 ERA. That's hard to do.
Two balls and a strike with Panic on deck. 2-2.
Very good changeup. Shields will work a very deliberate pace. He's slow. Not your ideal getaway day pitcher.
Got him.
Backdoor cutter and a good one. Check out the Padres defensively, starting in their outfield from left to right. It'll be Upton, Jay, and Kemp with good arms on the corners. Ramirez, Solarte on the left side. Amarista and Wallace on the right side. Derek Norris, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs. Day game after night game. Caught last night as well. That always impresses me when a catcher does that.
.253 for Panic. First pitch wide. Panic at 5 home runs. He's got 19 runs batted in. He does have a little ownage on Shields. 10 for 22 with 3 doubles. And he shoots this one to left, and it's going to carry out to Upton, who makes the catch.
Well, Kelby Tomlinson making his 2nd start ever in the outfield gets challenged here. 2 outs, coming in like an infielder charging a ground ball, and just a bullet to Brown, who never even has to worry about a hop. And this, folks, for Kelby Tomlinson is fun. Catchers always like to get it early, and Solarte had nowhere to go. And there's about 10 scouts in attendance, and their heads all dropped at the same time, starting to write in their report.
Here's Duffy. Duffy hitting at 246.
Roberto Kelly going, dude, seriously, what is this? Is this an infielder's glove or an outfielder's glove?
Well, it worked. And Duffy, a bunt attempt foul.
Roberto Kelly in charge of the outfielders. And a lot of times when guys go from the infield to the outfield, they'll change gloves. Get a bigger glove, longer fingered glove.
The 0-2 pitch is down low with Bell to follow. Duffy 1 for 18 against James Shields. Ownage.
Yeah, that's ownage.
Got him, and that'll end the inning. Shields strikes out a pair, gives up a line drive that was caught. 0-0.
Brought to you by AAA. Get a free Giants all-season blanket. Restrictions apply. Go to AAA.com/Giants or to a AAA branch for details.
No score. Second inning is Brett Wallace is going to hit first. PV to Wallace is wide. Overshift is on. Duffy, the lone defender, on the left side of the diamond. This is hit into right center field, and that's going to be a base hit. As Parker moves over, cuts it off, and PV back in the stretch. Well, join the Giants for a reunion on Saturday, June 11th, as we welcome back the 1986 team. Get to the park early. Special pregame celebration at 3:30, and the first 40,000 fans are going to receive a commemorative 86 team card presented by Topps. Visit sfgiants.com/tickets for more information. There's that group. It's a good looking group. Hugging the line at Candlestick, the first base line. Here's Derek Norris. Some people maybe that you haven't seen in a while are going to be here. Chuck Hensley, Harry Spillman, Jeff Robinson Jr.
Good guys.
Brad Wellman.
Oh, can't wait to see the dude.
Mike Woodard. Here's the 0-1 to Norris, and he bounces it to Belt. Belt's got it. He goes to Crawford for one. Back to Belt. Double play. And let's check in with Amy G.
Well, gentlemen, from the throw that Kelby Tomlinson made in the first, you would not think that he is uncomfortable at all playing outfield. Truth of the matter is, we talked the other day, and he said he's still getting used to it, but it really helps that he got experience playing outfield in instructional league last winter, last fall. He also said he wants to do whatever he can to help his team win, and he said being able to do multiple things, hey, job security is good at this level, guys.
Hey, you have to volunteer. Get you at bats.
Amen.
If you get out there and you start throwing up, well, then say maybe I don't have it in me. You know.
Until then, you're good to go.
Absolutely.
I mean, one of my fondest memories is Rich Aurelio when he was the 25th man, going down there with shin guards on at Candlestick, warming up guys late in the game.
Well, spring training he was doing it. Here's a bouncy ball to Crawford, and Peavy with the help of the double play, a nice second inning, and Aurelio did it, and he made the team. And he never put the shin guards on again, ever. Good job, Richie. 0-0. And it is true. On May 25th, 1951, at Shibe Park in Philadelphia, Willie Mays made his major league debut. He hit third, and he played where else? Center field. Oh, this is not true. Mays went 0 for 5, but he helped the Giants to a win. They beat the Phillies 8-5. What was it? 0 for 16? Is that how he started?
0 for 12.
0 for 12. Sorry, Willie. I just dropped 4 at bats on you where you didn't need. About. Warren Spahn came through for him. Belt drives one down the right field line, and this will get wet. Foul. Belt hitting at 281. What it is. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 1 and 2.
Good curveball. Right now, James Shields got everything working. Cutter, curveball, changeup, 2 types of fastball.
Long fall ball foul. That's working.
Yeah. It's an easy way to get a strike.
Big overshift for Belt, and now he asks for time.
I mean, I think in previous generations it was a little bit easier because he had dead pull hitters. He could throw a big slow curveball to a big left-handed pull hitter, and he's going to yank it foul. You can get a quick 0-2 on him. I mean, it's going to be 800 feet worth of strikes.
A lot of oohing and on.
A lot of oohing and on, but it's a great way to get an 0-2. Claude Osteen, when I was with the Phillies, taught me that. He had a real good curveball. He's a lefty.
Crawford on deck. Shields taking a ton of time. And it's high, not by much. Shields taking a ton of time. Got him.
Backdoored him with a little cutter. Same pitch he struck out Gregor Blanco with to start things off in the first. Sees this thing out of his hand. He's thinking that ball's away, and watch the slider come back in. Very quiet hand action. He'll show you the numbers on his back and everything coming out in one piece. Really pulls his head away from the target, but it comes right back to it, and that's the key part. And he's not watching the ball after he throws it. Good fundamentals.
Here's Crawford. Right now, Shields throwing strikes.
They need to get him in the stretch.
Jared Parker is on deck.
Little breakdown in communication with the signs from Derek Norris and James Shields.
.91 away, 2 balls and 1 strike.
So when you have a breakdown like that, sometimes the best thing to do is just start over.
Crawford shoots it into center field. There's a base hit.
All right, time now for our Togo's Big Play the Togo's way. And last night against the Padres, Jared Parker comes up off of Keith Hessler in the 8th inning, and he hit a bomb to dead center. A 2-run shot. It would be the most memorable swing of the bat in that 5-run 8th inning. And that's our Togo's Big Play the Togo's way. So I asked him this morning, "You going to bunt anymore?" He goes, "No, I don't think so." However, it's there again. They put the shift on. But for a guy that can hit the ball out of the ballpark like he can, you got to swing it.
Double play ball. Solarte is just going to get one, and nobody's at third, so Crawford's going to get over there.
Oh, that's a great play. And it only works one way, is that if you anticipate it and don't stop coming around. And that is a play that was totally created by the shift. And watch Crawford as he goes around second base. Well, you can't see from there, but it stays on the play. A beautiful play from Solarte. I mean, it's a big league play defensively, but here comes Crawford. I'm in. Now it's a foot race with him and Shields. Heads up, takes another 90.
Here's Tomlinson. Tomlinson flips one into right field, a base hit, and the Giants are on the board. It's 1-0.
So Kelby Tomlinson takes one off the board for the Padres in the first inning, and here he puts one on the board for the Giants. Nice little 2-out knock, breaking ball, a little cutter just on the outside corner. He has a great approach to right field, not a whole lot of swing, and just enough oomph to get it past Amarista. Giants take a lead.
Here's Brown. Swinging a foul. Mike, here's another point on the shift. If there is no shift, you know what this is? It's a 4-6-3 double play.
Yeah, you're right. And the other thing, too, that I don't even know if it's even discussed is if you're going to put a shift on like that, your pitcher has to be responsible for third base.
He does.
And Shields, I mean, he reacted once he saw Crawford coming around the second base, but he should have been standing over there at third base. It should be automatic. And that's not anything that I've seen teams practice in spring training or before a game. I mean, there's a lot of little things with all these shifts that are being put on that I think eventually will come into a standard practice, and I think that's one of them, having your pitchers cover third.
Swing and a miss by Brown. 0-2. Tomlinson's thinking about going. I know that would open up first base if you wanted to walk Brown, but at this point, I think Bruce Bochy would be pleased just to have PB hit here in the second.
Love to get him up this inning.
Jake Peavy is on deck, and he's going to take the mound with the lead. Yep, see shift employed, no shift employed. Tomlinson thought about it. He's going to regret not going. It's 1-2. Can't anticipate a ball in the dirt, although 0-2. You got a better shot of that happening than any other time. 1-2 to Trevor Brown. Tomlinson does not go. In the dirt, 2-2. Just got a text from Rich Aurelia. He said, yeah, hey, thanks for the mention. Ended up blowing out a groin because I double switched from the pen to the field.
Yeah, he doesn't forget.
He made the field, though.
He doesn't forget. Ooh.
Yeah, when Rich Aurelia was young, here's that quick throw by Shields. When Rich Aurelia was young, and it looked like his spot was his, the Giants would always acquire somebody. And then he'd have to wait. On the ground slowly to third. Solarte kicks it. And Peavy's going to hit.
Well, what's your favorite saying, partner? There's nothing routine about a routine ground ball. And he really didn't have to hurry it. Brown runs good for a catcher, but it's average speed. And he just got his bare hand in the way of the pocket. And this is flat out boot. So indeed, Peavy's going to get a chance to hit, and that's a big play.
Yeah, if you stick your hand in your glove before the ball's there, it's not going to be good. Not quite as bad as stepping on your glove, but not good.
Close. That's the end of the line. That's retirement day.
Peavy takes low.
And Peavy's no duck up there in the batter's box. I mean, he'll give you a good at bat.
I asked him the other day around the batting cage, I said, did you play football in high school? He goes, well, back where I'm from, you had to play them all. They needed all the players they could get, so you played them all.
And I'll bet he was good at all of them.
Pulled on the ground, just foul. And where Upton was playing, Brown would have scored easily from first. Two and two.
Yeah, the other thing too about the air, more pitches.
More pitches. Yep. And that'll do it. So 4 strikeouts, all looking for Shields. Giants with 2 hits in the inning and an error. They score 1. It's 1-0 San Francisco.
Area is brought to you locally by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org.
Giants with an early 1-0 lead. Peavy looking for a shutdown inning. It'll be Amarista, Shields, and Jay. And a strike call to Alexi Amarista, hitting .256. And another call strike. It's 0-2.
Start him early.
Start him early.
And that little one right there does not know that he has a gamer babe for a mom.
Swinging a foul. This is hit right off the facing of one of the luxury suites. You don't get many in the luxury suites because of the overhang.
All right, let's take a look at the foul ball, and it catches it off the carom. Had it played perfectly. I mean, if he's one step higher, he probably gets hit in the head with it. Oh yeah, he'll be psyched the rest of the day.
Pretty psyched. Hit on the ground, kind of a weird ground ball, a grass cutter, and Panic throws him out.
Well, the Dodgers are coming back to San Francisco for a 3-game series, June 10th through the 12th, and Saturday the 11th. We welcome back the team from 1986 for a giant reunion, and Sunday the 12th we're giving away vintage gray caps, courtesy of Dignity Health, to the first 30,000 fans. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets to get them, and I can't wait to see those guys from '86. It's always great to see Roger Craig.
Yeah.
He took this organization to another level.
Hey, do you think anybody's seen that's going to be here? Norm Sherry.
Can't wait to see Normie. Norm was our pitching coach and Roger's best friend.
Shields is 3 for 15 on the season. On the ground foul. It was a good line though. What did you do? Tripp coming out to see you?
Philadelphia, 60,000 people, and it's turf, and it's 120 degrees out there, and it's like runners at first and second. We have a 1-run lead, and I'm leaking oil, 7th inning. And Roger says, "Norm, go talk to him." So Norm gets out, and he's got this lope that's kind of long-legged, and he's always looking down at the ground like he's looking for loose change.
Got him.
Good breaking ball. And just as he gets out to the mound, he stumbles on the turf, and he goes belly first sliding right up the mound, and he stops right at the base of my feet as I'm standing on the rubber. And I look down at him, and he looks up to me in front of 61,000 and says, "You think anybody saw that?" I said, "I think you're good, Norm." He says, "Okay."
He might have been serious.
He turned around and he went right back. Next pitch, double play out of the inning. Best speech I ever heard on a mound.
That's what really makes great pitching coaches. Norm, I'm sure to this day, will tell you that he did it on purpose.
Well, I can't wait to see him.
A rocket into center field for John Jay.
But Norm was a ball magnet during batting practice. I mean, he'd get hit by a line drive like twice a week. He was the ultimate ugly finder.
Here's Solarte, who doubled off the bricks in right field in the first inning.
I should say the ugly findee.
Two outs. John Jay with a couple of steals on the year. In the first inning, the Padres had a runner thrown out at home plate, and it was Solarte. Tomlinson gunned him out from left field. In tight, 1 ball and no strikes. Both teams will have an off day tomorrow, and both teams today is getaway day. Giants will fly to Denver after the game. The Padres will fly to Arizona. Jay's leaning. He does not go. And there's a pitch that looked like a strike, called a ball 2-0.
Just a bit high. Yeah, the Giants get an off day in Denver.
The suitcase, I never closed it. We got home late Thursday. 2-1.
I know. Suitcase never leaves the bedroom. But one thing you do get good at over the years is packing.
Yeah. You know what you also get good at, and what you get over, the older you get and the more you travel, is you get over packing the same thing that you had on the last trip. Doesn't really matter.
No, I just throw it in there. Well, Mike Murphy, Giants legendary clubhouse guy, says you got 2 sets of clothes, one for the road and one for home.
That's right. He never took that suitcase home.
But it's true.
John Jay with his lead at first, then another 2-2 pitch to Solarte, and he stays alive.
Staying on the inside corner, breaking ball. Solarte has a flat swing, good high ball hitter, and he's got a little hole there down and in with a curveball, and I think that's what Peavy's trying to take advantage of.
Got him. Finally got him. And that will end the inning. Second strikeout for Peavy.
On CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Clipper. For work, play, and all points between. Use Clipper instead of cash to pay for transit.
1-0 Giants. Home half of inning number 3. One of our container ships rolling around here outside the ballpark.
C-SPAN Felix Stowe.
Into right center field, and Kemp's going to cut it off. So the exaggerated shift worked. Stay MLB.com at bat app. Stay up to the moment at any moment with game day, live video highlights, statcasts, news, and more. You can download MLB.com at bat. It is the #1 app for live baseball.
We should probably repeat the graphic we showed earlier. They show what the batting average is that teams have against the shift. 248.
Right.
With no shift, 251.
Well, I meant the shift worked as it kept it from being a triple.
You're right. It did.
There's a strike to Panik, who hit a line drive caught by Upton in left field.
So that's pretty conservative defensive set right there for the Padres, and we have said this all along. They employ more dramatic shifts than anybody.
Well, the way they defend a guy will tell you what type of a hitter the guy is. And in this case, Joe Panik, just by looking at the way they put their defense out there, is they think he's going to hit the ball anywhere.
And he does. I mean, he hits it all over.
Well, Blanco was going the other way, and he just gets back, although the ball got away and Blanco's hurt.
Well, you don't want Brett Wallace coming down on you.
Dazed, maybe? Oh, he got hit in the helmet. That ball shot off of the glove of Wallace, and it hit Blanco right in the back of the helmet.
Knocked the helmet off.
And then Wallace laid on him gently.
Yeah, he's 6'2", 250, so that can't feel good.
Nobody out. Blanco with a good sized lead. He's getting beat up. And then this is the second one.
That's the one that hit the helmet. And Billy Hayes says, yeah, take that little love tap with you. Kind of dust him off.
On the ground, could be a pair. And it is. 4-6-3. And here's Duffy. Duffy struck out looking in the first. And the pitch. Right there for a strike, and it's 0-1.
1 for 19 lifetime. Duffy versus Shields, so he needs a knock here to just kind of change that thing around.
Let's get it going. 0-2. Onage. How do you explain it, or can't you?
You cannot. You absolutely cannot. Now, you and I talked about it before the game today. You could have two different pitchers with the exact same stuff, same arm slot, same everything, and it happens. One guy you rake, the other guy you can't get a hit off of. How do you explain it? Can't.
Tap slowly. Shields stumbled but recovers and throws him out. Through 3. 1-0 Giants.
Baseball on CSN Bay Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Well, a reminder, Warriors playoff central. And Warriors taking on the Thunder to Game 5. The coverage begins tomorrow at 4:30 on CSN Bay Area. Before and after every Warriors playoff game, you will have lots of coverage. The home of the authentic Warriors fan is CSN, and we wish the Warriors the best as they have cranked up the drama.
On the first pitch, Kemp pops it to Belt, and Belt puts it away. You know, sometimes you need an example of how it's just not easy to win a world championship.
That's true.
Here's Upton, who singled in the first. And what the Warriors need to do is win 3 straight, and they can do that. I had a suggestion. I was talking to my son. Have Joe Lacob get his private jet.
Yeah.
At the Oakland airport. Have it heated up. As this is hit out to right field for Parker. 2 outs. Have Hunter Pence go into their locker room right before the game.
Give him a speech.
Get on the jet and fly to Denver.
I think that's a heck of an idea. He's got a good record.
He's got a good one. It worked in Cincinnati.
Well, it worked in St. Louis, in Detroit, Kansas City, Washington.
Just a thought, Joe. Look, we're only trying to help.
Hey, we're rooting for you.
And if the Sharks need any assistance, Hunter Pence can be there tonight as well.
Sharks tonight. I agree. Hunter Pence, motivational speaker. He is going to have a great future.
Hey, Tammy's a little tight right now. He's by the time he would leave that locker room, he'd be best friends with 15 guys.
That is a fact. The uniqueness of Hunter Pence is it's like nobody we've ever met.
Two balls and a strike.
But it is a great time to wear your Warriors colors, and that they're down 3-1 in that series.
Tomorrow is the day that you wear them.
Yep. Today it's all Sharks. Wear your Sharks colors.
Three and 1 to Wallace with 2 outs. Giants lead 1-0. 4th inning. Dodgers Reds tonight. Red Sox Rockies tonight. The walk. Arizona Pittsburgh tonight. Peavy, for whatever reason, cannot get that 1-2-3 inning. This was when the Giants were down 0-2, and this was in the dugout as Hunter Pence was firing up the troops. So actually this was the Giants had won 1 in that series and had lost 2. It was game 3 where he had the speech in the clubhouse that we walked in on, and was like, well, we walked in another room, so we couldn't tell who was doing all the yelling, and we looked at each other like, what is going on? Down the right field line, foul, and I think Bobby Evans was in that same room with us, and he said, that's Hunter Pence. We were like, come on. Yeah.
Well, it was as good a speech as we've ever heard. I mean, we wanted to uniform up and head out.
That was it, man. Just a thought. Just get the jet warmed up in Oakland. That's it. 0-2 to Norris. And that pitch is high. Cubs and Cardinals have got a good one going on. It's 9-8 Cubs. That's a Jake Arrieta start. On the ground to Crawford as Norris got jammed. Crawford to panic. That'll end the inning. Belt, Crawford, Parker coming up.
Joining me is the lovely Sue Peterson. She's the executive director of the Giants Community Fund, and you're going to tell us about this awesome fundraising idea that the Giants came up with where fans win and kids win.
Absolutely. So we've got the new 50-50 raffle, which is presented by Hero. And for us, we raise money throughout the game. All throughout the game, you'll see the people in the yellow aprons. I wore yellow today in honor of them. Yellow aprons selling tickets through the end of the 6th inning. And then at the end, we split the money between the two. Both the winner gets half and the Giants Community Fund keeps half.
Which is awesome. How much are the tickets?
Tickets are 1 for $3, 3 for $5, and it goes up from there.
So they range in price. And then if you think you won, how do you find out if you won?
If you think you won, you don't have to be present to win. But if you are in the ballpark, you can go and visit the kiosk behind home plate. You can look at the scoreboard, or you can go online to sfgiants.com/5050 raffle.
50-50 raffle. It's new. Get your tickets. I'm going to go get some, and then I'm going to see if I won. Dwayne, I'll give you some, guys.
All right, this is popped out to center field for John Jay. I'm trying to figure out how Sue figured this out. I wonder if she started this game at home. The Sue Peterson home version of the 50-50 raffle.
Well, yeah, and I think she's a veteran bingo player too, you know, so she likes a little action on the side, a little bet on the game.
Hey, the community fund will figure out a way where everybody has fun.
But you know what, though? I mean, it benefits young players, and that's the beautiful thing about it. There is no red tape. There is no bureaucracy in this thing. Those dollars go right to the kids.
Here's Crawford. Crawford with a base hit in the second. He eventually scored. Swing and a miss. Parker on deck. In tight to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike.
Remember when the Junior Giants program started, I mean, the Giants were really excited when they hit the 5,000 kid mark.
Yep.
And now there's over 25,000 kids.
Crawford gets underneath this one, and this is going to drift into the seats.
Norris and Shields had a little problem early in the game, just hooking up. He couldn't see the signs. He tried to, and Trevor Brown, as you normally see the skeleton fingers with Jake Peavy out there, he went to the the charcoal on the back of the fingers. And it is at times hard for guys to see, but with Peavy, they're always trying to help him out. He openly admits, I have a hard time seeing the signs, so you have to figure out a way to help him out. As a catcher, you're so worried about a base coach stealing your signs or somebody from the bench seeing them.
I played with guys, so have you. Not many, but would call their own game if they were pitching.
Yeah.
And they would give the catcher a simple signal as to what they were going to throw.
Steve Stone was the first guy I ever saw do that with the Cubs. He had 3 pitches, and where he put his right hand on his leg, that's what he would tell the catcher what was coming.
Crawford, a little flip job into left, but Upton, who is a center fielder playing left, puts it away.
If Steve Stone had his right hand, and he was a right-handed pitcher, and he had it right laying flat on his thigh, that was a fastball. If it was to his side, that was a breaking ball, and if the hand was behind his back, that was a slider. And so there was never a sign put down by the catcher. The catcher just put his glove up. A lot of different ways that you can give signs.
Parker bounced out on a nice play by Solarte. Solarte had moved from third to where he's at now, just to the right of second base, and he is the third baseman. Parker, center field, side retired. Come out to the park and give it a try. The 50-50 raffle. You can benefit, and so can the Giants Community Fund.
On CSN Bay Area is brought to you locally by Energy Upgrade California. It's easy to stay golden at energyupgradeca.org.
1-0 Giants. It's the 5th inning. The 2 Alexis will hit 1 and 2, and Alexi number 1 hits a fly ball to Tomlinson, who makes the catch.
And pitch 1 out. Thank you, very nice.
Well, check out the Giants Grad Pack. It's the perfect gift for a graduate this spring. Tickets to 2 Giants games plus a class of 2016 Giants cap with an orange tassel. Pack starts as low as $39. sfgiants.com/minipacks. You said traffic school counts?
Absolutely, it counts.
Summer camp?
Counts. You graduate summer camp, get that hat.
I don't even know. Are we close to summer camp? That hasn't started yet.
No, not yet.
1 ball and 1 strike. Inside corner. Peavy would like to stay in there a lot. It's 1-2.
He's done a nice job of staying out of the middle of the strike zone today with everything. Go as hard as you can, as long as you can. Let it hang.
Out of play.
All the Giants in the rotation are going to get an extra day of rest this time through. Schedule, a day off on the schedule allows them to do that. Pitch on your 6th day.
She got a ball.
Well,
with that hat and that top, and she's got her batting gloves on. Perfect.
Gamer, babe. Who did not know that?
Two balls and 2 strikes. Tomlinson on the move. He was pretty good, didn't he?
So how did he do going to his right? Pretty good. He passed the test, and it really is kind of that way of existence for Kelby Tomlinson in an outfield. Normally an infielder. He's making a 2nd career start in left field, and here, look at the ground going to his right. Come on,
there's
no natural.
There's no bad hops out there.
He's got soft hands.
There's Shields, who struck out in the 3rd. Yeah, be careful though. He's big and strong, and he takes a strike. Giants 1, Padres nothing. 5th inning here at AT&T Park. Another sellout crowd. Giants fans love their weekday baseball games. Some folks, it gets them out of the office. Other folks, they take a day. Swing and a miss, and that'll end the inning. For the Giants, Tomlinson's going to lead things off.
It's time now for our forward right choice. We go back to the 1st inning with a runner at 2nd base, 2 outs. And Melvin Upton hits a single to left field. And Kelby Tomlinson comes up with his first ever chance to throw somebody out from the outfield. and he passes the test with flying colors. Solarte, you are history, and that's our Ford right choice.
I don't need no stinking cutoff man.
No. And it is all smiles back at the Giants bench. Thinking, you know what, this outfield is kind of fun.
Well, he'll lead it off. Little bloop single for Tomlinson, and it knocked in. The only run of this game as Shields starts him off with a strike. Brown on deck. Swing and a miss. Nothing in 2.
So you swung at a curveball out of the strike zone. You take a little walk, have a little word with yourself, get back in there. I don't think he could be quicker in his swing. I mean, he's such a compact hack as it is. And Shields, no fool, coming right back again. So he's not going to. If he doesn't see that pitch well and he swings at it once, just try it again.
Absolutely. Sharply on the ground and a big hop for Alexi Ramirez, and he will throw Tomlinson out, bringing Brown to the plate.
Yep, fun at the yard. Bay Area loves their day baseball. It's great for the kids.
Brown reached on Solarte's error in the second, and he takes low. Yep, there's a Sharks guy.
That's the guy who really needs to get on the cup.
Two and one.
Marlowe's done everything in his career but get his name etched in the cup.
Three balls, one strike. High pop up. Kemp will give chase. And he can't get to it.
One thing nice about day baseball here, and especially the 12:45 starts, is you don't ever worry about shadows. You never worry about glare off the batter's eye in center field. You're going to have a day where you're going to see the ball beautifully. You know, that goes for the guy on the mound too. The shadows come across the plate, and they're halfway between home and the mound. You don't see the ball off the bat well if you're a pitcher. Today, that's not an issue.
Got a breaking ball up, but he pops this one up. And it's going to be Kemp who makes the catch. Two outs, and here's Peavy.
Well, that's a lot of attitude right there, and it's all good.
Oh, it is indeed. PB hits one high into center field, but John Jay has got a beat on it. And he'll put it away, and that'll end the inning. It remains 1-0, top of the order for the Padres coming up. Newest high-end entertainment and event venue. It's located on the Oracle Suite level. You get luxurious amenities, stunning views of the San Francisco Bay. Check it out. For more information or to book your next event in the boardroom, please contact the Giants sales executive today. 415-972-2298. The boardroom. Check it out. Kind of thought that maybe that area there would be set aside for an office for me and you, but they decided to go in another direction. The boardroom.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed.
Here's John Jay. High fly ball. Blanco. One pitch went out. And with that, let's check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen. Well, last night and today, for that matter, we've seen some fabulous throws from the Giants outfielders. Last night, a perfectly executed relay play between Blanco, Panik, and Duffy. And you know who liked it? Jeff Samardzija. He said, the relay is like a lost art. It's fun baseball to play and watch, and when it's done right, you get rewarded for it. He said it also causes a huge momentum swing, especially for the pitcher. It was very well done, gentlemen.
Oh, that's an emotional spike, and there's no doubt about that. That'll absolutely refill your gas tank if you're a pitcher. You know, we talk so much about that play with the relay throw from Blanco to Panik. We kind of bypassed the incredible footwork that Duffy used to get himself in position to put the tag on.
That's true. I mean, Duffy, a great tag. Panik, a great tag in the first inning. Outside, 3-1.
Now watch the footwork as he's on the left side of the bag. Now he's got to put himself in position to get the one hop and then have his momentum going into the base runner. And that's all baseball instinct.
Swing and a foul, 3-2.
You talk about the impressive thing about this Giants team, and it really has been something that has been in place for a long time now, is their baseball IQ. And it's little things like that, being able to anticipate, put yourself in position, and then be able to make a play because of expert footwork.
Popped up to Duffy. Duffy shading his eyes, and he puts it away. 2 outs.
Now this is perfection. Bare hand pickup. It starts there, and now Panic with momentum going to third base. One hop, and there's the footwork we're talking about with Duffy coming around to put the tag on. And Matt Kemp was out literally by inches. It had to be perfect, and it was.
Javier Lopez headed down to the bullpen as here's Kemp. Kemp takes a high fastball, 1-0. Bounced out and popped out.
Javier Lopez thinking about Brett Wallace should the inning get to the left-hander hitting first baseman.
Exactly. Hit into left field. Tomlinson got a late start, but he makes up for it with that speed, and that's going to end the inning. Just plucks it out of the air. And a nice play. That'd be.
Like he does it every day.
No bad hops on the outfield.
Brought to you by Toyota, the full-line automaker with the longest-lasting vehicles in America. Toyota, let's go places. By Kelly Moore Paints, celebrating 70 years as your neighborhood paint store. By Xfinity, X1 from Xfinity will change the way you experience TV.
Beautiful look outside of AT&T Park at the Cove. Inside, it's Blanco to lead things off 1-0 Giants. Blanco was the last Giants base runner when he singled in the third. Here he looks at a strike. Panic and then Duffy. Seven hits in the game, 4 for the Padres, 7 for the Giants. This is the way this series has been, with the exception of 1 inning, and that was the 8th inning last night, and the Giants scored 5 times. High drive to right. Kemp back. Kemp cannot make the play, and it's up against archway number 7, and Blanco's going to stand at third.
Take a look at the location. They set the outside target. He misses down and in right there just above the knee. And for Gregor Blanco, that is the happy zone. It was just a matter of whether or not Kemp was going to be able to catch up with it.
He almost did.
And he almost does it. Ball hits up high, and once it gets past Kemp, an easy 3-bagger for Blanco with the good speed.
Here's Panic. Panic will now hit with the Padre infield all the way in. Foul down the left field line and out of play.
100% strikeout situation for James Shields, and Joe Panic is not an easy guy to strike out, but that is his plan right now.
Gregor Blanco being chased back.
No longer can you fake a throw to third base. It's almost like first base. I mean, if you make a motion over there, you've got to go through with it.
Foul. 0-2.
This is a situation that favors the hitter. Infield's drawn in. Good arms on the corners in the outfield for the Padres. Better than average speed at third base with Blanco. You need at least a medium fly ball.
Outside, 1-2.
Panic, one of the better situational hitters on this Giants team. Contact guy.
Shields deals to Panic, and Panic takes low.
Got to have guts to throw that, and you got to have a belief in your catcher that he's going to block it, because that's exactly where he wanted to throw the count, or the pitch 1-2. That curveball, he was trying to bounce it on home plate. That's his strikeout pitch, and this is how Shields has used his pitches today. 40% with the fastball, and then a lot of, well, with the cut fastball, you figure 53% hard stuff, but still 47% soft stuff. That's a lot.
Two and two to Panic. And a full count. Out of play.
Tried to come up around that outside corner with the cutter. It's been a really good pitch for him. He struck out Blanco with it in the first. He struck out Belt with it in the second. And here in a 3-2 count, he tried to wrap that thing around against Panic. And that's a pretty good fight him off right there from Panic's perspective.
Panic pulls this one foul.
Look out, Patty Kowalski.
Come on, Patty.
Patty's getting all the plays today. Steve?
Sometimes you just have to avoid the killer.
It's happened before. Veteran ball dude.
This is not going to do it. So Panic retired, and now it's going to be up to Duffy with one out. Shields really got Joe Panic out on his front foot.
Watch the weight slide out on the front foot. A little reach there. In a two-strike defensive mode.
Yeah, maybe more of a reach than getting out on the front foot. Here's Duffy infield in again. He's struck out and he's bounced out. And a squeeze is on, and it's fouled off the backstop. Bruce Bochy doesn't use it a lot.
Well, you can tell what he's thinking. I mean, but Matt Duffy just hasn't looked like he's seeing Shields very well in his first 2 at-bats. He's a good bunter. Had a good pitch to do something with. You can't show too early if you're Blanco. And he might put it on again. Roger Craig would do that all the time. A guy hit a triple, next pitch, squeeze.
Nice block by Norris. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, I'll say. And that was not easy. That ball bounced right out there in front of home plate, Jeremy Affeldt style. And when this happens, you don't know what the ball is going to do. It's going to come up high. Center cuts it right in the middle of his chest protector. Perfect technique. Duffy has just not seen him. I mean, this is something that is not new either. I mean, he's got a 1 for 20 lifetime against him.
1 for 20. Pitch. 2-2.
Still just pounding that area down below the strike zone at the knees away with everything. I mean, he hasn't even gone to the inside corner at all. Pitching for the strikeout.
Three and 2.
A little paralysis there. A bad pitch. Belt chalking up.
Down the right field line, but foul.
That was just a flat out challenge. That was a Tokyo Giant down there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's all part of the family.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Blanco at third. And a base hit into right field. Duffy comes through. It's 2-0.
Well, Joe Panik is going to feel better about that. And he couldn't get it done, and Matt Duffy took it to a 3-2 count and gets it done. Picks everybody up. And this run is huge. Just another flat challenge right at the belt. Not a lot of respect with that location. And Duffy says, that's where I like it. And that's the type of an at-bat that gets you started out of a slump. Good AB.
So here's Belt. Overshift on for Belt. He struck out looking in the second, hit a fly ball to center field in the fourth. And a soft toss, and back is Duffy.
That's a pretty uplifting swing of the bat for the Giants dugout too. I mean, you don't want to have a leadoff triple and not be able to score him.
Shields has thrown 83 pitches. If that's your little sister, you need to work on that with her.
She's getting it.
Looks to me like she's just digging being with their older brother. Let's go.
Let's go, Giants. Let's go. Let's go, Giants. Let's go. Let's go, Giants. Let's go.
What's your theory about leaving the camera on long enough?
They will embarrass you, or they'll make you laugh, one or the other. High to Belt, or sometimes it's the same thing. Belt fouls it back. Belt would just love to hit a slow roller to where the third baseman usually plays. Slow enough where he might be able to get a double. Because Belt hates the shift.
He hates it. He thinks that it was designed specifically against him. He didn't want to hear that they did it against Ted Williams.
Hates the shift.
He hates it.
Two and one.
He didn't want to hear that they did it against Stan Musial and Willie McCovey.
Two one to Belt. They're setting up away, and Belt takes low, 3-1. I think Shields isn't upset that it wasn't called a strike. He was upset that Belt didn't swing it.
23 pitches here in the sixth. Went deep in the count in the second inning when the Giants scored their first run.
Pops this one into the seats. Three balls, two strikes. Duffy, who runs pretty good, will likely be off on the pitch. He goes. They'll take strike three call to throw down to second. And Duffy steals the bag. Belt can't believe it.
Well, that's the second time they've wrapped around that outside corner with that little cutter. And the second time he's taken it for a called strike three. That's a pretty good pitch right there.
All of Shields' strikeouts have come by way of the hitter looking. Crawford. Crawford 1 for 2. Now first base is open, so Shields has a choice. He can go after the known or he can go after the unknown. Some veteran guys would rather go after the known.
Yeah, I think most would.
Two balls and no strikes.
And an unknown with power, that's even spookier.
And a call strike, so it's 2-1. Nope. 3 balls and 1 strike. Full count.
Now here's the money pitch. 3-2, 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. And that issue you're bringing him up about the known and the unknown. And he was going to take on the unknown. And veteran pitchers like Shields, I mean, they don't like facing young guys with power they don't know. And I think Darren Balsley, the pitching coach of the Padres, senses that. They're going to go out there and they're going to talk about how they want to get after Jared Parker. And I think the one thing that Balsley will point out, not that he really has to with a veteran like Shields, but they do have an open base here. And a right-hander with not a lot of power on deck, Kelby Tomlinson.
Parker hit a home run last night.
Well, it was a type of home run that would leave a lasting impression on a Padres bench, because that was a big boy home run. Keith Hessler, the lefty that gave up the home run.
Parker's hit the ball well twice. He's bounced out to the right side of the diamond. Solarte made a really nice play to throw him out, and then he lined out to John Jay in center field in the fourth. Cubs ended up hanging on to win that game in St. Louis, 9-8.
Keeps that win streak intact for Jake Arrieta.
Yes, it does. Tap foul. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Here's a newbie. All right, who's got more hair? Junior.
Yep. See Mom in the background. They're never that far away, are they?
No.
Runner's going to go. The pitch is high. The throw to third. Not in time. Double steal.
And you can hang that one on James Shields. Norris knew he had no time to take a stride or even stand up, so his best shot was to try and do it from the knees. High leg kick from Shields. I mean, that just absolutely hamstrings a catcher. And credit to the Giants. I mean, they take advantage of it. No doubt about this one. Safe all the way.
Stay on the bag. Two and 1 to Parker. Swing. Ain't gonna miss. 2-2.
It does change how you're going to pitch to Jared Parker if you're James Shields when you have an open first base. And you do not have to throw him a strike. Period. Next pitch for Shields, number 100.
And Parker, did he get a piece? He did not. Parker says yes. Mike Winters says no. Mike Winters walks away, and that's going to end the inning. Giants do pick up a run through 6 innings here at AT&T Park. It's the Giants 2.
All right, let's take a look. Did he get it? No.
Parker, you're not a good liar.
No, he's not.
brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Jake Peavy's been good. James Shields has been good. He has allowed a couple of runs, however. Shields at 100 pitches, Peavy at 70. Bullpen is going for the Giants. And this is tapped, and Peavy knocks it down. He'll pick it up, slow things down, and throw him out.
Hey, how many one-pitch outs has he had today starting off an inning? I mean, that's 3 that I know of.
Yep.
I mean, that's huge.
Brett Wallace at the plate. And he looks at a strike.
Big difference having a 2-run lead as opposed to a 1-run lead, especially when you're facing a lineup that's got power, as you see Hunter Strickland getting ready.
Drive out of the triples alley. Blanco got a great jump. He can't get it. And into second base is Wallace. For a second, it looked like he was going to get it before it hit the grass.
Now they cheated over there, and even with the cheat, they were just about a glove short of being able to make the play. So a 1-out double, and Wallace puts himself in scoring position. Just off the fingertips of his glove.
Here's Norris. Norris lifts this one out of play.
Hunter Strickland is ready to go if Bruce Bochy wants to pull the trigger. Next pitch for Peavy, number 75.
Oh, 2. Norris hit into a double play in the second, then bounced out to Crawford in the fourth. Look to second. High. 1-2. On deck is Alexei Ramirez. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He's missing low. He's not missing out over the plate. He does not want this to go to a 3-ball count.
Plus he also knows the bullpen is ready to go. Got him.
Good curveball. And he gets Norris to go out of the strike zone. You know Norris wants to get that run in. This is a team that's had problems scoring in this series. And he's a grinder. And here, just on a 3-2 count, swings at ball 4. And for Peavy, strikeout number 4. And now, because of that pitch, he gets a chance to face another guy.
Alexei Ramirez is 0 for 2. He's bounced out and he's hit a fly ball to left. Outside corner for a called strike.
This will be the last guy that Jake Peavy faces today.
Good breaking ball down low. 1 ball and 1 strike. 7th inning. Another sellout crowd today here at AT&T Park. Made Russ Stanley smile when he came into our booth today.
Good to see Russ back at the yard, recovering from a big surgery.
Big surgery.
See, pitches, he really has been very stingy with his pitches today.
2 balls and a strike.
Close. PB wanted it. It would have been a pitcher strike, no doubt. Doesn't mean you don't want it. 2-seamer trying to bring it back into the strike zone. Yeah, that's the where was that phase.
Hit into right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Parker gets to it, and that strong arm of his keeps Ramirez at first, but a run comes in. It's a 2-1 ball game, and that'll be it. Is Bruce Bochy's on the top step.
Well, I'm sure Jake Peavy would have loved to walk off this mound with 7 full, but he should get a nice ovation with the performance he put on today.
It's a double switch. Somebody's coming out. Parker's made the last out. And it's going to be Osich coming in. And the folks already up and giving Peavy a great ovation, as they should. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service. Your oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. We'll be back. Here's your new pitcher.
Josh Osich, 24th time this year coming into a game. Being asked to get 1 out here. Alexi Amarista.
Amarista is bounced out and flied out, 0 for 2. Low. 1 ball and no strikes. Span is now in center field. Blanco moves from center to right. Tomlinson stays where he's at. Span will hit in the 9th spot. Swing. You're gonna miss.
Osich mid to high 90s with two-seam movement. Rare that he'll throw a four-seam fastball. And it's rare you see guys with consistent mid to high 90s velocity with two-seam fastballs, but that's Osich with movement because of that two-seam grip.
Now the runner goes, swinging a pop-up down the left field line right into the bullpen.
You don't get a lot of strike zone with Amarista. I mean, he is not tall. And he's a good high ball hitter. 5'6". Joe Morgan size.
Got him. Osich does his job. So does Peavy. Now the Giants offense need to get that run back. It's 2-1 Giants.
Of the San Francisco Giants. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
All right, time now for our Geico quote. This one comes from Jeff Samardzija. He said, inspired by other Giants starters, he says, we definitely feed off each other competitively. I haven't watched other starters this closely day in, day out in a while to see the success Johnny and Bum have had. You got to go out and you got to do your part. And that's our Geico quote of the game. Our time now for a new pitcher. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and brake experts. Carlos Villanueva would be that new pitcher for the Padres. Villanueva, you're going to see a high 80, 90-ish type fastball with two types of movement, curveball, slider, and a changeup. And he's got good control. He has to finesse.
Out in front of home plate, and Norris will throw out Tomlinson. So here's Brown. Brown is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and then popped out to right field. Brown pops it out of play. Span to follow, bottom of the 7th. Up the middle and a base hit for Brown.
Hanging curveball.
And for the Giants, they pick up their 6th hit. And is that it?
I think that's it. Left-handed hitting Denard Span coming up. You're going to see a lefty. Looks like Brad Hand.
So Hand's coming in to face Span. It's 2-1 Giants. It's hosted by Jim Kozimor today at 5 on CSN Bay Area. It'll be live from the SAP Center with some very, very special guests. So here's Span. Down low.
So Ryan Buckner, the new pitcher for the Padres. Take a look at his numbers. 24th time he's come in. He's got a good year going. 31 strikeouts and 11 walks in 22. You're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball with a lot of cut, hard slider, and a changeup. That's the slider.
2-0.
Padres had Brad Hand up and they sat him down, and we didn't see Buckner get up. But here he is, and he is a strikeout specialist.
Driven out into center field, and nobody's there. Bounces and flattens up against the wall, and here comes Brown. Brown's going to score. Span's got a double, and the Giants, just like that, get that run back.
Well, and the shift bites the Padres again. They had John Jay really camped out in left center, anticipating the ball off, but Denard Span's bat was going to go that way. And he hits it away from the defense. And I mean, that's the difference of being able to make the play and a double that knocks in a run. And Trevor Brown scores easily from first base on the double.
10 years from now, Trevor Brown's going to look at that and say, God, I could run at one time.
Well, I mean, catchers have a tendency to lose that ability to score from first base on a double.
Here's Blanco. Blanco's 2 for 3. A big swing and a miss. Blanco trying to hit one in the pond. On deck. Panic. Foul back. 0-2.
Gregor Blanco not waiting around.
41,363. 430th consecutive sellout.
Hey, Granny Gamer Babe, first game. Welcome. Where you been? Glad you're here. So, a 3-pitch see ya. Cutter, fastball, fastball, and the last one really bound up Gregor Blanco.
Well, here's Joe Panik, who would like to pick up a hit today. He's 0 for 3. Span at second. Out of play. And it's 0-1. Giants now 3 runs on 7 hits. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants are 10 games over 500. They're 29-19. Out of play, and it's taken them winning 12 out of the last 13 to get there.
In the first 12 games, they went 11-1. They were averaging 3 runs a game, which is not a lot to put on a win streak. That's kind of.
It's called taking the pressure off the offense.
It's big time efficiency with your run production, getting most out of it.
And this one gets away from Norris. Span will go to third.
Hasn't been an easy thing to get a ball by Norris in this series. Like a little cut fastball that just kept working its way away from the glove.
Popped him up. Alexi Ramirez will put it away, and that will end the inning. Giants pick up a run on 2 hits. Through 7, it's 3-1 San Francisco. And our game will be on NBC Bay Area and the Giants Television Network. And then on Saturday afternoon at 1 on CSN Bay Area with the Giants pregame live at 12:30. We'll be coming to you from Coors Field. Bethancourt is going to pinch hit. That would be Christian Bethancourt. And first pitch swinging and fouling out of play.
Shouldn't be too surprised about the first pitch swinging from Bethancourt. He's aggressive.
Next pitch is down low.
Changeup.
Well, you got to mix it in. It's 1-1 to Bethancourt. It's a pretty healthy fastball at 94. 2 balls and 1 strike. John Jay to follow. Osich got a big out in the game last night with the help of a nice play by Joe Panik. Somebody must have made a nice catch.
Yep. That guy right there with the orange shirt brought his glove, made a play, and takes care of his girl. Nice going.
2-2 pitch. A bit high. Osich does not want to walk Bethancourt.
He does not. Not with a 2-run lead. This is should be a here hit me fastball.
So let's check in with Amy G.
All right, Dwayne, we have a brand new episode of G-Mag ready for you. It's going to air on Saturday at noon. It's packed full of Giants goodness. We catch up with Hall of Fame broadcaster John Miller. We pay homage to Tim Lincecum's Giant career. And Jeremy Affeldt, he spent the day as a Navy SEAL trainee, and let's just say, gentlemen, it's really good that he was talented at baseball. G-Mag, 12 noon Saturday. Guys?
I feel much safer now.
I don't know about that.
Here's John Jay, and a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. You saw that picture with the rifles?
Yeah.
There was, what, 5 guys in that picture?
Yeah.
One guy had the Barney Fife bullets in his gun.
Yeah.
That was Affeldt.
They gave him 1 bullet and he put it in his pocket.
Nothing in 2. Those episodes where Barney would try to get that thing out of his pocket. By that time, 9 crimes have been made.
Yeah. Never mastered the technique.
High, 1-2. A lot of our audience probably doesn't remember the Andy Griffin Show, but for us, I think it was part of growing up, that's for sure.
Big time yucks.
Don Knox. Osich taking too much time. Comedic genius, Don Knox. One ball and 2 strikes. Outfield pretty much straight away. Blanco is a bit towards Triple's alley. Got him.
Moving away. 95 to right through the outside corner, just below the belt. It's nice when you can reach back and get that kind of fastball. Putting a fastball by John Jay, not an easy task to attempt.
Solarte 1 for 3, doubled off the bricks in the first.
Switch hitter, much better hitter from the left side.
And a
strike. Probably be the last hitter that Osich faces, with Matt Kemp on deck, the right-handed hitter.
In the dirt, Brown blocks it. Bethencourt had ideas. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. You were an Otis guy, huh?
Yeah. Otis Campbell. Absolutely. You know, I think about that Andy Griffith show. Every time we go to Denver, they have a barbershop, and it's called Floyd's.
Yeah, it is.
That was the barbershop in that show. All right, enough of that show.
I know. It's too much fun to talk about, though. And the 1-1. Into left center field with something on it. It is gone. And this game, just like that, is tied. Solarte with his first home run of the year.
And I'm not sure what Osich is more upset about, the walk to start this inning off or the home run. But that is going to be the last guy he faces.
Did not see that coming.
No, you're right. And talk about right-handed, Solarte just has not been much of a threat, hitting under 200. And we have a brand new game.
Strickland's coming in. It's 3-3, and we'll be back.
At 6 p.m. right here on CSN Bay Area. Ahmed Fareed, Dave Feldman. They'll take you into the locker room with Alex Pavlovich to talk about this game. Kevin Kurtz from SAP as Sharks go for clinch. And Kerr on overcoming the 3-1 defeat. All that and more. Toyota Sportsnet Central on CSN Bay Area at 6.
So Strickland to Kemp in a tie ball game.
The numbers for Strickland as he enters his 20th game, 2-0 with a 3.06 ERA, 19 strikeouts and 17 2/3. Mid to high 90s with the fastball.
Ball starting to carry, but Blanco now moving over towards the line, puts it away. And here's Upton.
Strickland will also give you a slider and a forkball, or a split rather. There is a difference.
Upton with a heavy swing, and it's fouled out of play. 0-1 pitch and tight to Melvin Upton. 1 ball and 1 strike. Padres have tied it up here in the 8th inning on the home run by Solarte. One and 2.
Perfect location. 98 mile an hour. Good luck hitting that.
Struck well into center field. Span on the move. Span in front of the wall, and he makes the catch. Upton just missed one. Denard Span does it again out in center field. And it remains tied. Warriors and Thunder game 5 coverage tomorrow will begin at 4:30 right here on CSN Bay Area. The home of the authentic Warriors fan is CSN. It's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Brandon Maurer, the new pitcher now for the Padres, having a good first half. 29 strikeouts in 23 innings. He's got good stuff. You're going to see mid to high 90s with the fastball, curveball, slider, changeup.
3-3 game. The home run by Solarte ties it up. Duffy RBI single in the 6th. Here it's 2 balls and no strikes. Belt on deck. Right there for a strike, 2-1.
Just an easy 94 through the outside corner at the knees. Padres, as always, shade the right side of the outfield against Duffy as you see Santiago Casilla getting ready. Casilla will pitch the 9th no matter what, whether the score is tied or whether the Giants have the lead. That is Bruce Bochy's philosophy with his closer in a tie ball game.
Right at the shortstop. And Ramirez throws out Duffy, bringing Belt to the plate. Belt is 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. Belt a little late. No balls and 1 strike. And that'll even the count with Brandon Crawford on deck. And then after Crawford, it's the pitcher, Strickland. Say this about Maury, doesn't waste any time in between pitches.
No, he's a get it and go guy.
And Belt waves at that 2-1 pitch.
Oh, good changeup, and that totally broke Belt down. He was 100% convinced that that pitch coming at him was a fastball.
And another 3-2 count to Brandon Belt.
He had Little League Clinic Day the other day. Brandon Belt was on our panel, and one of the questions the kids asked him was, "Have you ever been fooled on a pitch?" And he went, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah."
And the walk.
It happens.
He is quiet, but once you get him going, he's very engaged.
Oh, he's fantastic, and he's very articulate. Had some great questions from the kids. The best one was a kid stand up and he says, "I have a new nickname for Matt Duffy." "Well, what is it?" He says, "Duffy Duck." So that was it. Duffy Duck. He couldn't have been more than 7 years old.
Ah. Don't give our fans any ideas. Crawford takes a ball, 1-0. We'll have ducks all over the place.
Yeah,
we got seagulls already.
Duffy Duck. I mean, it worked for me.
Two and 0.
Trying to softball Brandon Crawford. He tried to backdoor the first pitch, which Maurer thought he had a strike on the outside corner. Didn't miss by much. Backed it up with a 1-0 changeup. So the Padres very respectful of Crawford here.
Crawford pops it up. Crawford better run. And everybody's safe. Belt may be hurt. Belt may be hurt as they're going to go back and tag him. Belt went into second base very awkwardly, and he's hurt. Not sure if when he slid, if he caught, yeah, he caught his left ankle and he rolled it.
Left ankle. Watch the left foot slide and stick right here. It hits his glove, and that's where he rolled it right there.
Yeah, so the fact that he hit Ramirez's glove had a lot to do with it.
Yeah. It just. Yeah, this is a good sign he's able to walk. So the Padres catch a break there. I think that Brandon Belt thought that he was out on the force, which is why he didn't make an attempt to get back to the bag. Of course, that and pain will do something to your judgment out there. So Dave Gresher, Giants head trainer, walking Belt off. It looks like he's, at least it's not broken.
Yeah, watch how the glove just threw him off just a little bit.
That's all it took, and then he rolls the ankle over.
Two outs. Here's Gillespie.
So he sees that ball and he has to do a quick start from about halfway between first and second, and then once he rolls over, I'm sure he thought he was out already. So the Padres catch a break there. That could have been a runner at first and second, one out.
Gillespie takes low. Another pop-up here that had some personality.
That has been the theme this whole homestand.
Dave Gresser now going over and talking to Bruce Bochy. Gillespie pops it up. Who's it going to be? And that'll end the inning. Padres get through the 8th. We'll head to the 9th. It's a 3-3 ball game.
BayArea.com, and you can log on each week as insider Alex Pavlovich talks baseball. It's also available on iTunes. New pitcher now for the Giants will be their closer, Santiago Casilla. 21st time he's come in. 1-0 with a 1.93 ERA, 12 saves on the year. And Casilla with 23 strikeouts in 18 2/3. Trying to keep it at a 3-3 tie here.
Wallace has been on base 3 times. And this is going to be lifted out of play. Connor Gillespie stays in the game. He's now at first. So left on the bench for Bruce Bochy are Hunter Pence and Buster Posey. Good friends.
Yes, they are.
Overshift is on for Wallace. That's why Duffy had to run a long way. Swinging a tapper foul, nothing in 2. Norris on deck. And a good take by Wallace. 1-2. Wallace in 3 at-bats has 1 hit in his career against Santiago Casillas.
He's got a good day going today. 2 for 2 with a walk.
2-2. Got him.
Good curveball. He saved it. Could not have placed it any better, right out there between home plate and the catcher. You don't want to leave this hanging. You want to bounce this ball. I mean, that's the design of the pitch. Beauty.
Here's Norris. Remember Norris in 2012, last game before the All-Star break, hit a 9th inning walk-off against Casilla. And it was on that day where Casilla lost his closer's job. Romo became the closer, and he got the final out of the 2012 World Series.
That was a good memory.
I remember it. The home run that Norris. I don't know if Casilla remembers it.
Oh, I remember the last out of the World Series. And now that you bring up the home run, it's coming back to me.
Well, he usually tried to forget those things, but this one I didn't. And a base hit
on a curveball.
Norris's first hit, and here's Alexi Ramirez. Ramirez knocked in a run in the 7th. Got a base hit off of Jake Peavy, the only run that Peavy allowed. One ball and no strikes.
Don't have to worry too much about Derek Norris stealing a base, but you do have to at least check him and make sure he's stopped before you go home if you're Casilla. I mean, he's a little better than average speed for a catcher.
Two and 0.
He's sitting on a 1-0 count. Looked to me like Ramirez was going to take that pitch no matter what.
So see what Ramirez sits on here, 2-0. Up the middle. Panic. Double play.
Wow.
Tomlinson to lead things off. Giants need a run to go home.
Kelby Tomlinson is that guy. His first inning assist from the outfield, his first ever as an outfielder. That's pretty good. But how about his at-bat in the second inning when he throws a base hit out in the right field and made a 1-0 ball game? So because of those two efforts, Kelby Tomlinson is our player of the game, brought to you by Honda.
When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change tune-up in brake experts.
So the new pitcher now for the Padres will be Brad Hand. Take a look at his numbers on the year. 22nd time that he has come in. He's done a nice job for Andy Green. 1-1 with a 3.13 ERA, 29 strikeouts in 23 innings. He's a low to mid-90s fastball with a curveball, slider, changeup, and he'll throw them all. 14 walks, however, in 23 innings. That's a lot. He will get a wild hair up his nose once in a while.
Tomlinson to lead things off. 1 for 3 and a check swing roller foul. No balls and 1 strike. Brown and then Span here in the 9th. Sky to left. Upton on the move. Upton on the move. He can't get it. It bounces up against the wall. Tomlinson's got a double. I don't think he ever saw it.
I don't think he did either.
He did not really get after it like you'd think he would.
Well, it's a sun field right now, so it's an issue if you're in the outfield. But we know Upton as an outfielder. I mean, he's normally a center fielder. He's got great range. And this ball had some hang time. Getting back on it, I don't know if he ever had a true purchase of it. So the carry, I'm sure, had a bit to do with the play, but hey, the Giants don't care. They got a leadoff double.
Now here's Brown. Brown is 1 for 3. See if Bruce Bochy has Brown try to lay down a bunt. And this pop-up is out of play.
Pure strikeout situation for Brad Hand. Runner at second, nobody out. He's going to try and take matters into his own hand here. No pun intended.
Sure. Way outside to even the count. Brown taking a long look at Roberto Kelly. 2 left-handed, 2 make it 3 left-handed hitters are coming up after Brown. Two balls and 1 strike.
Got good assist arms across the field in the outfield for the Padres, but you've got the fastest Giant at second base with Tomlinson. They play a pretty shallow set in defense of Trevor Brown. Anticipating if there's a play at the plate, they want to give themselves a little bit of an advantage with the shallow set.
Tapped foul. 2-2.
As shallow as the outfield is playing, it does create an opportunity for Trevor Brown, who's got power. He's got 4 home runs.
He can knock one over their head. Now your thoughts of trying to get that runner over are gone. Last-second emergency swing, and Brown stays alive.
That's a big league curveball right there. That's his #1. I'm trying to strike you out curveball. I think Brown did good just to fight it off.
And the 2-2 pitch, and Brown strikes out swinging. So Brown gone, and here's Span.
We talked about the strikeout total for Brad Hand. I mean, he's averaging well over a strikeout an inning. So in a strikeout situation, he does what he does best, and he gets that strikeout. That's a big out for the Padres.
It really is. Now it's lefty against lefty. Span in his only at bat in the 7th inning doubled, knocked in a run. And a breaking ball for a called strike.
Just to get it in, curveball.
Oh, 0-1.
And do a nice job holding Tomlinson close. They have Alexi Ramirez, the Padres shortstop. They're playing close, playing him close to the bag at second just to keep Tomlinson there. I mean, he's got base stealing speed. And that is a big 90 feet with one out. If the Giants could get him over there.
Now timeout is called.
Hand coming set, taking a lot of time, varying his looks. Got some cat and mouse going on right here, but they have to do a good job of keeping Tomlinson close at second. But with Ramirez over there holding him on, it does provide a bit of a hole and an opportunity for Span.
Nice play by Norris. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Great play. I mean, Brad Hand did his best to try and throw that ball by Derek Norris. And Norris, this is a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, he has to turn his glove completely around to go and gather this in.
And looks to second. 3-1.
Just a bit inside with the curveball.
Well, we've seen that Hand is willing to throw that pitch at any time.
Again, a shallow set defensively in the outfield for the Padres.
3-2.
That's perfect 3-1 pitch. Absolutely perfect. That's how you take away a guy's count leverage in a 3-1 count. You do it with perfect location.
Blanco on deck. Tapped slowly. Hand's going to have to hurry. And they get him. And Tomlinson moves to third.
And a nice defensive play from Brad Hand. And remember, a left-hander's falling off towards the third base line. He's got to get his balance back and then get over it. He's got to get a good, a speedy runner. But now with a runner at third base, I mean, you're a wild pitch away from a win. Pressure immediately is put on Norris. Let's watch the play from Hand as he gets unwound. 360s. Perfect execution.
So Gregor Blanco. Blanco, a couple of hits in this afternoon's game, and the winning run's at third, and that's Kelby Tomlinson. Breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1. Blanco's had 4 at-bats lifetime against Hand, and he's 0 for 4. The pitch. Tap foul. Now it's 0-2. So Hand's trying to pitch through a leadoff double by Kelby Tomlinson. And he's a pitch away from doing it.
Well, this is an interesting pitch because if you're going to throw a breaking ball, you're going to bounce it. Pressure is on Norris.
In the dirt. 1-2.
Nice play, Derek Norris. In a strikeout situation like this, I mean, you cannot be afraid. You cannot let that runner at third base make you elevate that pitch. If your best bolt to try and strike a guy out is that ball in the dirt, you've got to be able to think you can throw it.
One and two to Gregor Blanco. Got him, and that'll end the inning. 10th inning, here we come. It's 3-3. The Padres have committed an error. And Javier Lopez will step up and he'll do the pitching.
And the numbers for Javier Lopez: 22 times he will have come in now for Bruce Bochy. 4.50 ERA. 8 innings amassed in those 21 games, so he has been a situation lefty a lot. Let's see what the league's hitting against him. Right-handers haven't got a hit against him. Lefty's hitting .333. So hey, let him pitch against the right-hander, Will Myers.
So Myers batting here in the 10th. And he takes down low.
Myers missed the last couple days because he's had some tenderness in his forearm. So doubtful that he is truly 100%.
2-0. 3-0. Hand is on deck. So if Myers reaches, then it's an easy call.
And he will have a green light.
And a strike. Tapped, foul. 3-2.
Pretty straight away in the outfield, play him deep in the infield. Myers got plenty of power.
Foul again. It stays 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the walk.
Just a bit low and outside, and with that walk, George Cantos heads down to the Giants bullpen, and the right-hander starts throwing.
So Hand now is going to be asked to bunt.
Well, unique because relief pitchers never hit in batting practice. Now they may join in the bunting practice, but you don't know how much experience he's got in this situation. Bunt should go down the first base side. Myers he runs pretty good, better than average.
John Jay is on deck. And Hand kind of pokes at that and bunts it over the backstop.
Giants very aggressive where they're setting Matt Duffy. He's crashing hard in the third base side.
Foul. 0-2.
And staying in there for one reason. Joe Panik is leading things off for the Giants in the 10th. So that throw over to see if Hand would tip his hand as to whether or not he was going to bunt or swing in the 2-strike scenario. And he immediately showed bunt, so you have to assume that he is going to bunt.
Back to Lopez, who juggles it, recovers, throws, got him.
Now frustrating for Lopez because he knows if he catches that ball in the air, it's a double play. Myers was gone. He had left first base and he was making his way towards second. Ball in the air here, but he never had a chance. That was a one-hopper. I beg your pardon. That was not a fly ball. So as it turned out,
they may have double play anyway.
Just squirts out. I'd say if a Hand got down that line well, he made this play interesting for Javier Lopez. So a nice job.
So here's John Jay. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Jay's had the most at bats of any Padre lifetime against Lopez. He's had 10 at bats lifetime, 3 hits. Taps it foul, 0-2. And another foul ball and another breaking ball from Lopez. So Lopez having to work here in the 10th after the leadoff walk. And Lopez now will spin around and check on the base runner, and that's Will Myers. And the 0-2. Here it is to John Jay, and it almost hit him. It's 1-2.
I do not want to do that in an 0-2 count. They set that target in the outside corner, so that was really a big miss location-wise for Lopez.
Driven to right. Coming in is Blanco, and he'll play it on a bounce. And that'll put runners at the corners with just one out.
Yeah, nice two-strike at bat there for John Jay. Giants catch a break there because Myers at second base had to hold his position. If this is a two-out scenario, I mean, Padres are taking the lead, but with one out, and Myers had to hold to see if this ball was going to get caught.
I mean, it looked for a second like that ball was going to carry out to Blanco, but it had some topspin on it.
It did. And there's the pause right there for Myers. So with the pause, he has to hold at third.
So Cantos is coming in. Padre runners at the corners. With only one out.
So George Cantos becomes a new pitcher now for Bruce Bochy. He's coming out the disabled. This will be his third outing. 10 overall in the year. 4.15 ERA. 5 strikeouts in 8 2/3, and he really has inherited a strikeout situation here with one out runners at first and third.
Hit a home run in the 8th inning to tie the game.
This is the one that caught everybody by surprise. The fastball that sort of, and it could have been a slider that could sort of leak middle in. And Solardi with his first home run of the year tied it up, and here we are.
So the Giants will play for 2 on the infield. Maybe play a step or 2 closer to the plate than normal. On the ground, foul.
Solarte staying with the scout report. He is aggressive up there, hacking again on that first pitch.
Myers at third. He opened up the inning with a walk. John Jay at first. He had a 1-out single. Oh, and 2.
Now the pressure on Trevor Brown with 2 strikes in that it is a strikeout situation. The best strikeout pitch that George Cantos has is the slider. I mean, it's always been his best strikeout pitch. But in an 0-2, you are going to go down in the dirt with it.
Got him. Just like that.
Beauty. Everybody involved. And that's the strikeout he's looking for, and he got it in 3 pitches.
I guess that's the perfect way to go after an aggressive hitter.
Straight down bite. That's always been the beauty of the slider for George Cantos.
Well, here's Kemp, so not out of the woods yet. Kemp is 0 for 4. See if Jay has thoughts of going. Rolls this one to Crawford. Crawford, side retired. Cantos, terrific. Panic's going to lead things off.
Tied up 3-3, and 3 years ago today we go back to the Rockies and the Giants, and Angel Pagan stepped up and did this. It was a walk-off inside the park home run, and this crowd went absolutely crazy. One of the most electrifying regular season games in AT&T history. It was the 10th inning when Angel Pagan worked his magic, and what a moment that was. 3 years ago today.
So Hand stays in the game as we figured he would. And here's Panic, who's 0 for 4. Nobody up in the Padre bullpen. This is on Hand right now. One ball and 1 strike. Rosales is into the game. He's at second base. Close pitch, 2-1.
Just a bit high.
Two and two.
Lowered it just a bit, and again nails that outside corner. And has really made some good pitches with that fastball when the hitter has had count leverage against him. That was perfect.
And a little pop-up out of play. I see Hunter Pence with a helmet on and a bat in his hand on the top step. Suarez. Albert Suarez getting loose. Maybe playable, but not for Solarte. Pop-up adventure at AT&T Park.
Well, that has been really the theme of this series. The Padres have just not done a good job of catching pop-ups. Now, granted, there's a lot going on over here, and he's looking back up at the sun. It would have been a very nice play, but it gives Joe Panik a second life.
I have not seen Killer Kowalski move like that in 15 years.
Well, that was his big moment. Our ball dude, Steve Kowalski, nowhere to be seen.
Little pop-up, center field, and Jay's going to track it down. 1 out. And here's Duffy. Duffy 1 for 4. He knocked in a run with a base hit to right field in the 6th. Up the middle and a base hit for Duffy. His second hit, bringing Pence to the plate. Well, this was a game-winning hit for Pence on Tuesday.
Yeah, we talk about the pop-ups giving the Padres some problems. This is 2 outs, 9th inning. They had played Matt Kemp very deep. He couldn't come in, and he couldn't get the pop-up, and Brandon Bell would score all the way from first base. And everybody went home happy in a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, that was on Monday. My bad. Here's Pence. Pence says, why not? I'll try it again. As he pops this one up, and Upton calls off Ramirez. I would have bet a lot of money that Hunter Pence was going to swing at the first pitch.
Well, you'd have won a lot of money.
Well, he waits around, right? And he wants to swing so bad. Here's Crawford. Brandon Crawford.
Would not be surprised to see Matt Duffy try and steal a base here at all.
Out of play. Crawford's got 5. He's been thrown out twice. A 3-3 game.
Good location with the fastball. So a quick 0-2 advantage for Brad Hand. If you're a left-hander too, I mean, you have to vary your head if you're throwing to first base. Sometimes you throw over when you're looking at home. Sometimes you throw over looking straight at the runner.
And that's going to go to the backstop.
So that changes everything.
Indeed it does.
I mean, there's 2 outs and it's a 1-2 count, but still, you just put a guy in scoring position with a wild pitch for absolute no cost. And now a base hit wins it with Duffy's speed and 2-out jump.
Kemp is moving in from right field.
Changes things for a hitter too.
Driven to center. Jay's going after it. He's not going to get it. And this game is over. Crawford comes through, and the Giants win another one here at home. Padres had just moved the outfielders in, and Crawford hit it over the head of John Jay.
And a 2-strike, 2-out knock to send everybody home happy, and what a great way to go into a 10-day road trip. The Giants are feeling strong. The offense has woken up, and let's take a look at the hanging breaking ball in a 1-2 count, and Brandon Crawford, not fooled one bit, gets both legs into it and almost knocks it out of here. This is high up on the wall. And for the Giants, win number 30 on the year. Let's watch the path of Matt Duffy, who realizes he can crawl into home.
Well, Crawford has been the guy that's been a nemesis to the Padres. Amy G down below with a guest.
I know, back-to-back interviews with Brandon Crawford. Talk just for a second because he's catching his breath. He just got pummeled by the team on a walk-off win. And I mean, this was a great homestand. 5-1. You guys have won 13 of 14. How happy is this flight going to be with a day off tomorrow?
Very happy. I mean, yeah, we played great baseball all series. Against these guys, against the Cubs, who played well. You know, they're both tough teams, and fortunately we came out on top.
Couple people I want to point out. Let's start with Jake Peavy. He was phenomenal today. He needed this. What can you share about his performance playing behind him today?
I mean, he pitched well. He located, which I think he was having a little bit of trouble with early. And today he came out. He was throwing his cutter. He was throwing his fastball. And he was locating both sides of the plate.
You specifically pointed out Kelby Tomlinson last night when we were in our interview, and today he gets to start in left field, just his second of his career, and throws a strike to Trevor Brown to throw out Kemp in the first inning. What can you say about his athletic ability, but also just his comfortability and aggressiveness, taking on a position he's not super comfortable with?
He's a really good athlete, so I mean, you can put him anywhere on the field, and he's going to do all right. I know they tried in instructs last year, I think, to make him an outfielder. He wasn't real comfortable, but I mean, he's played well out there. He gets a little bit of late jumps on the balls, but he's athletic enough and fast enough that he's able to cover some ground. He has a good arm, as everybody I think saw today, and he's ready to play.
Congratulations. Have fun on that flight, Brandon Crawford. Guys, let's get it back up to you.
All right, thanks, Amy, and thanks to Brandon Crawford for sticking around. A long day here at the ballpark, but one that was very worthwhile sticking around to watch the Giants win in another walk-off.
And a lot of heroes, too. Well, another walk-off. That's their 5th walk-off this year. That leads the major leagues. But let's go back at some of the heroes in this game. Amy mentioned Jake Peavy, who really was fantastic today. He deserved to win. And this was huge for him. It was huge to keep momentum going into an off day and into a long road trip. But I want to talk about George Contos. George Contos really came up in a 1st and 3rd situation with 1 out and facing some good hitters. And in a strikeout situation, he gets a strikeout. He gets a ground ball from Matt Kemp. It ended the thread. It kept things at 3-3. And the Giants would go on and make that count as they won it in the bottom of the 10th. But just a lot of heroes. Guys playing great baseball.
All right, final score. Giants 4, Padres 3. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews and the wrap starts right now.